Good morning. It's really good to be here with you today. Oh, Allison's being loud. We're gonna make vegan, gluten-free lava cakes because, oh my gosh, they're building a house next door and they're banging. So if you hear that, pardon me. So we're gonna make lava cakes because I'm on this like baking kick right now that I am living for. Like I don't bake much at all. And so this last little bit of baking has been really exciting and inspiring. So you get to come on the ride with me. You know when you like become gluten-free and you're like, oh, I miss blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so lava cakes is one, but we're gonna make them. We're gonna make them vegan, we're gonna make them gluten-free, and it's gonna be so good. And I actually made these with my students a couple weeks ago in the cooking class and they turned out great. If you don't know what a lava cake is, it's like the little chocolate cakes that when you cut into them, the lava flows out, the chocolate lava. So we're gonna do that. Okay, step one, we're gonna grease our pan. Let's do that. Vegan butter. Dump in the butter. Stumps are amazing for greasing pans. They just get right in there. They get all the little crooks and crannies. Crooks and crannies. Nooks and crannies. Like, and look how fast this is. This is how I like to grease my pans. Get a little more butter. And then I'm gonna do the method of like, you know when you like flour a cake pan, you put butter on, then you put flour around so it doesn't stick? I'm gonna do that, but with cocoa. So check this out. You put a little bit of cocoa in each muffin tin. You're gonna like kind of whack it like this and kind of go around in a circular motion so it gets onto all of the sides. Try to do this without spilling. It's not easy, but it's fun. Okay, now we get to make the ganache, which is like the best part. Coconut oil, coconut milk from a can, not from a box, and some chocolate chips. Recipe linked below. In a little tiny sauce pot. Sauce pot.
Sauce pot, that's correct.
3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips. Vegan ones. Then 2/3 of a cup of coconut milk. The fattier the better. Ooh, and okay, I'm gonna try to use just like the fatty bit on top, not the water, because it's like gonna congeal a little bit. So yeah, roughly 2/3 of a cup of this stuff. Hold it tight with your stump. Scoop it in. Ooh. I'm using a cup to measure 2/3 of a cup. It's a bad choice, but here we are. Okay, so 2/3 of a cup of coconut cream or milk, or like the creamy bit from the milk, you know what I mean? And then use the water for like smoothies or something. Then last but not least, like a tablespoon or 2 of coconut oil. And there's so much coconut in here because like we're gonna heat it up, then we're gonna chill it in the freezer, and then we're gonna bake it inside the cakes. And the coconut oil is gonna help it like stay together until it bakes into lava. Medium heat, mix it together, pour it in something, and freeze it. Just gotta get those chocolate chips to melt. I'm gonna put it in this pie pan and stick it in the freezer to harden up. And whatever the consistency is in the pot, that's what it's gonna be when it's baked. So if you want it really thick, you can add more chocolate chips. If you want it a lot thinner or runnier, you can add more coconut oil. So just depending on what you want. Gooby, 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 goose. Spatula, spatula, spatula. In the freezer you go. I need to show you this bowl. This has a sticky bottom on it, so it's really nice for one-handed mixing. Got it for Christmas. No, my birthday from my father-in-law. So thanks, Ralph. I love these so much. Okay, so our ganache is in the freezer, hardening. We're gonna make our batter. So we're gonna start with our flax egg, so it has time to set. 1/4 cup ground flax. Is this enough? I don't even know. Oh my gosh, it was like the perfect amount. Roughly 3/4 cups of water. Obviously this is not 1 flax egg. I think this is the equivalent of 4 flax eggs. Yeah, 4. 1 cup of gluten-free flour. You know, it's always a gamble when you're pouring over the bowl. You might get a little extra, so if you want to be more particular, don't do this. But if you don't care, then do this. And I don't mean like don't care, because I care deeply about my cooking. I just mean like you don't mind if it's not perfect. 1/2 cup of white sugar. Wow, that's
Dramatic.
sugar. 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. Oof. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. I like using the top of the container to kind of level it off. Half a teaspoon of salt. Whoa. I like the chicken wing technique personally. I use it all the time. Chicken wing. What do you use? Do you use the chicken wing? Do you use maybe a bionic arm? Do you use maybe a foot? What do you use? There's many things, the many options. Great, and now we just mix this together. Let's sing the Mix It Up song together. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it, mix. Wow.
I can really talk today.
There are the dry bits. Now time for the wet bits. Okay, so in the same pot that you made the ganache, we're gonna melt some chocolate chips. Anything else? And some oil, and we're gonna add that to the batter. I know it sounds like a bit out there, but it's gonna be really good. Add some chocolatiness into the batter itself. In your pot that's still dirty, and that's okay. Quarter cup of chocolate chips. Quarter cup of vegetable oil, like canola oil. This is new. And then just stir over medium heat until they're melted together. While the chocolate chips and oil are melting, we're gonna add one of our last ingredients, half a cup of applesauce. These little containers are roughly half a cup, so they're great to have on hand if you're baking. You're gonna open it, and then squish it in, like so. If it doesn't all come out, just stick your stump right in there and just get it out, like a little spatula. Okay, our chocolate and oil mixture, it's all nice and melted. And then we're just gonna pour it in. Gooby, 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 gooby. I don't know why sound effects make things so much better when you're cooking. I love this pan because it's like light enough that I can hold it in my stump crook and to get stuff out of it. It's just really nice. And now mix! And it's gonna start to resemble like a thick cake batter, and that's okay because you kind of want to be able to mold it a little bit because we're gonna put the ganache in. Well, you'll see. I'm gonna show you what I mean right now. I totally forgot the eggs. That's why it's so thick. It should be thick, but not this thick. Okay, just give me a break. I was wondering. I was like, it's a little bit thicker than usual, but okay. Amazing. Okay. I tried to grab my stump like this, but it slipped off because I'm covered in flax eggs, so I'm gonna wash those up. Get your beautifully greased and cocoaed pan. Preheat your oven to 350. We'll get a big spoon, and we're just gonna scoop in like 2/3 of the way full. So not up to the top, just like 2/3 of the way full. I don't even know how many this is gonna make. It might not make the full 12, but let's just see. Let's see what happens here. Looks like we made about 10. Perfect. So the ganache has been in the freezer for like, Allison's like,
you're too loud.
Anyway, the ganache has been in the freezer for like 25 minutes maybe, which is enough time to like make the batter and get the oven preheated, whatever. Now it's like nice and like gooey and solidy, but like soft still. So we're gonna take the ganache and scoop some out with a spoon, stick it in the middle of each cake, and then bake it. Oh yeah. Just like that much. You don't need a lot. Maybe I'll even like can roll it into a ball. And then I'm just gonna squish it in to each one. And then just try to like gently cover up the center. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. You know, when you take it out of the oven, all that ganache is gonna be liquidy and chocolatey, and it's gonna like flow out of your cake. That was so deeply satisfying. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're gonna bake these sweethearts. 15 minutes at 350. Let's get them in. Ooh, yummy. Okay, we'll see you in 15 minutes. They're done. Let's take them out of the oven. Oh yeah. Look at these beauties. They like puffed up and they're like little cute little muffin cakes. We have the unfortunate task of letting them cool. Okay, they've cooled off. I literally put them in the freezer because I am impatient. It's just part of who I am. Let's eat one. Look how nice they pop out. Okay, let's get that nice kind of like gooey lava-y effect. Let's see if we get it. Oh my gosh, yes, look at that, just gooing out of there. Okay, let's put it in our mouth. It's like dripping. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try it. Oh my god. Oh, yes. Dark, chocolatey, gooey, velvety, sweet, but not too sweet. I need to open a restaurant and just sell these. They're so good. Wow, I'm so happy. This is the best. This is so good. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to me on YouTube. That'd be great. You can also support me on Patreon. That would be amazing. My patrons, you are just so great. You help me do what I do, so thank you from the bottom of my heart and Stump, as always. Oh, what do you want to see me bake? I'm gonna do lots of baking, I guess, because I'm getting good at it. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Stump Kitchen. Bye! The elusive partner. You're gonna make lava cakes with me?
I'm gonna eat lava cakes with you.
You know when you like become gluten? Oh, here, I'm in the frame now. Hi. Oh, that's the wrong lid. That's the right lid. I'm also gonna preheat the oven. No, am I? Hang on. Is now the time? Oh man. Glorious behind the scenes. YouTube life. Is there chocolate on my teeth? Yep, there is, probably.
Stump Kitchen, gluten-free vegan eats, Stumptastic treats.